Go.
What? He said go. Yeah.
It's okay, I can edit you out.
You let her take them from you?
Still got to figure out where I'm going to put it. But anyway, so back to these, what do you think you're going to do? Back to these rotational grazing. So this is probably the biggest area that we've put these pigs on yet. And we had been putting them in areas where they'd be there for 7 days when they were just little guys and ladies. They are much bigger now. I don't know, if I had to guess, I'd say it doubled in size, maybe more. So they are too big for just a one paddock of 160-foot fence. So, but if you've been watching our Instagram, I do a lot of updates about these guys and how we're using them to clear land, and it's working amazingly. So highly recommend it. Plus, at the end of the chore, I bet they'll be tasty, and that'll be really nice. So they've been here, let's see, Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday. So today's Tuesday. So what is that, 3 days? A little less probably, because we didn't move them till probably almost 11. But they are doing a pretty good job. Like, this is super thick, and you can almost see all the way through the other side right there. They're doing a good job. Looks like there's some plastic I better pick up. They'll try to kill themselves. And part of it too is rotational grazing for us. Like I said, we're using these pigs to clear land. So we had this huge section of our property that is super overgrown, wooded, foresty, which I'm going to leave, some of it like that. But we wanted to open up a lot of it. So you can see where our grill, picnic table, cooler, like beyond that, that's how thick that area was. And I've got a lot of stumps I got to come in here and cut out yet, but so there is some hedge balls. I don't know. I'll have to measure this out and give you a number here, square footage wise. But if I had to guess, I'd say probably we've opened up maybe half an acre, maybe a little more. And yeah, it's taken some work on our part. Got to cut in some dead trees, some junk trees, thin these out so everything gets a little bit healthier. There's a prime example, just dead trees that have to get cut out. So there's work to do yet, but the pigs are doing most of it, which is nice. So we basically just come in on the weekends, cut everything out that we don't want, that's too big for pigs, pile it up, and if it burns, it burns. If not, we come back, we burn it later. But this area right here was so thick, there's no way I would have been able to do this just like a week ago. No way. I would have been tore up, thorns, terrible. And we're walking through no problem. And look at this cedar tree. Give you an example of how bad it was struggling. There's no branches even on that side because all the sun was out there. And that's all clear now. So yeah, I think it's working. But again, they were here for 3 days and they moved on. And there are some areas, like right here is where they're using for the bathroom. Yeah, it smells like pigs, but not bad. And I can see a little bit of droppings, but most of it has been, I guess, mixed in. I don't know if we did it, but what we really need is we need it to rain. We need it to rain so it'll get soaked into the ground, fertilize the ground, and the baby grass will start coming through. Ooh, let me show you that. Okay, so baby grass. This baby grass looked a lot healthier just a few days ago. I think maybe this was too close to the burn pile or the sun, because it did get hot again for a couple days. Like 2 days from now, it's supposed to be like 30 at night. But let's see, where's this really healthy looking section? But this is what we want. We clear out all the junk, clear out all the weeds, turn this into some sort of pasture, let it rest, move the pigs back here. If you see these, walnuts. Supposedly these pigs will love walnuts. They don't really prefer them to all the other good stuff we give them, but they will eat them. But yeah, we're gonna try to figure out what we can grow with the walnut trees as far as like an orchard tree, and then bring these guys back through here, put them on the next section there on the other side of that barbed wire fence, and keep clearing. Because when we do build, hopefully here soon, break ground, this will be our back porch. It's going to be right here. And we're going to be looking that way into this crazy, awesome open forest, and watching the deer run right by the tree stand that you're not in. It's always fun. All right, well, where was I? So if I had to say why we're doing it, A, we have fresh ground, less chances for them to get a parasite or something from standing in their own crap all the time. 2, we're using them to clear land, letting the animals do the work, because we don't have time. We don't have time to come back here and clear every little thing out. And no, it's not perfect. But somebody once said that the land doesn't like to be naked. So, you know what? I'm okay with this stuff laying here and decomposing. It's going to be good for it. 3, touch points. We have very young animals, so by rotating them like this every day, every few days, we see our animals twice a day, 3 times a day doing waters. We notice the slightest change, usually. Sometimes it takes a couple days to realize, hey, that sheep is not bouncing when it runs. That's unusual. They bounce when they run. I don't know if they can run and not bounce. So when they don't bounce, there's something wrong. I say sheep because that's pretty much the only ones we've had issues with. But the goats too, like, the goats are ornery. Like, if they get in where the chickens are and they eat chicken poo, it makes them sick. Do they still eat the chicken poo? Yeah, because they're dumb and they're goats. But if you're not watching them or checking them out every day, you might not see that. So that's 3. 4, I don't know what 4 would be. Exercise for us, because it's a lot of work. 160-foot fence, I don't know how much that weighs, but it's quite a bit to carry. It's cumbersome. 5, you get to be out here in this. How cool is that? It's pretty neat. So, hope that makes sense. But if not, come on out, experience it, or buy some chickens, have them till up your garden in the spring before you. Ooh, I'm going to show you that before you plant. Let me show you that. All right, let's see if I can find this. So we butchered our meat chickens back in July, and we just took them right out of the chicken tractor, right over to where they were. And I didn't move that chicken tractor for probably a few months. So all of that good stuff was right underneath, just growing this really healthy, thick patch of grass, which we've had the other animals over it now. So they kind of picked through it and tore a little bit of that patch right there up. But man, that is nice and thick compared to everywhere else where there's weeds. But then again, that's part of it, is having the animals do some of the work for you. All right, speaking of work, I've got to get them out. Chickens are angry that they're still in their house. I got to move this. Got to get this work done, and then I got to get a work. So we'll see y'all later.
All right.
Okay, hi.
Doing some before shots here. We have this big sectioned off area that we had the pigs in last. It was 2 sections of electric fence that it took to go all the way around it. So we're about to go in and clear out all of the little brush, pick out some trees that we want to keep, and the rest is going to go. So the pigs have already done a good job on the preliminary here. Maybe once every hour here, we will do an update walk around. All right, back to the beginning side. All right.
So it was a pretty productive weekend around here. We got one of the sides, our end doors are almost done. Got a few things to tweak on that, and it'll be done. And we'll plan is to do the other door throughout the week and get it done. Kind of got lucky. There was a cold snap here, and it was only just one day where it was pretty cold during the day and at night. So we'll have that high tunnel buttoned up, or at least that's the goal, before it gets cold again. So that's pretty much what we did this weekend. We definitely have quite a bit of footage of clearing and all that other stuff that you probably just watched. So there's a lot of work being done. A lot of the same work over and over again, but I think that's part of it. It's a lot to do. We're winging it, trying to figure it out, seeing what works, what doesn't. And that was off the whole time. Well, that's good. Y'all stayed in there. That's nice. Well, it's October 8th, and the sun is setting at 7:13. It's getting earlier and earlier. So, till next weekend. See ya. Everything okay over there, buddy? You doing good? Okay, good. He's over there. Promise. You probably can't see him, but he's there.